Cheers. Welcome back to my YouTube channel where I tell you all the things that you need to know. Got a nice hippie look today. So every time I open my Google recently and it sends you articles, it prompts you with articles. Sometimes it's like suggested articles that it sends you. I keep seeing articles that are like artists made 300 million in NFTs and NFTs made this artist $400 million. I keep seeing these articles over and over again, and what's really interesting is that I know it's a scam. I mean, the whole NFT thing is not a scam. NFTs are legit. I'm a big fan of NFTs. I've been around in the space I was part of CryptoKitties. I mean, the very first NFTs, if you guys even know what those are, CryptoKitties, OG NFT space. But now, looking at where we are and what's happening, a lot of what's hyped up is such a scam. Today we're talking about investors that spent millions of dollars on NFTs that then got rug pulled. It's possible. It's going to happen if you're not careful, and it has happened. It just happened. The problem, I mean, of course, if you have one artist who's making a bunch of NFTs, then they're going to have sole control of the wallet. But apparently this is a whole community that thought that there was going to be a game. There was going to be possibly something else that's really exciting going on other than just purchasing the NFT for the mere novelty of it. And because this is so popular right now and because everyone wants to jump into the NFT space, even Ubisoft trying to launch a game, inclusion of NFTs with an old game that they already have out, and now people are really upset on the internet. People were like thumbs downing that game a bunch, or that whole release announcement a bunch. This whole space is really wrought with rug pulls and scams, and the reality of it is that everybody's trying to hype up these NFTs that either they're already a part of because they're going to make money on it, or because they built it, they're one of the core developers, they're going to make money on it. So the reality is that if you're just out here to make money, there's tried and true ways to make money, and buying novelty speculative assets is not always the way. It can be the way. You can make a lot of money. People have made a lot of money buying the right NFTs at the right time and holding them and selling them when they get hyped up. And there's potential to buy one of these apes that's early on and then sell it later when it's super valuable. But I think you might have missed that boat. And in fact, when you see the news reporting about things, usually that means you've missed the boat. So if you're seeing NFT articles and you're like, oh, I can make millions of dollars buying and selling NFTs, probably not. If you're thinking about making NFTs, probably so. You could maybe make an NFT and create a community and get some hype around it, and you could do a rug pull yourself, or you could just be a legitimate artist that makes NFTs and sells them and actually be a legitimate NFT artist. You could actually do that. That could work out for you. And the potential too of you building a bunch of NFTs and having zero people be interested in it is also there. So the challenge too is, what happens if you built a bunch of NFTs and you have zero interest? Well, if you're an intelligent market manipulator, you can do some spoofing where you buy and sell the NFTs to yourself or to your friends, and you end up actually increasing the potential value of an NFT while none of the money actually changes hands, and you create a false sense of value. So I have $10,000 in Ether and I create an NFT. I decided to buy my own NFT for $7,500 in Ether. I still have the $7,500 in Ether minus whatever fees, and I basically created that incentive for my NFT to be worth that much. Now someone else buys it for that much, and I get that money again, plus whatever increment I get for the royalties as it goes out into the world and just keeps getting bought. Now, there's a lot of incentive for you to create NFTs and for them to be valuable. I get that. But there's a danger to piling into space that's full of hype, thinking it's going to pay off for you. It's kind of like a Ponzi scheme, except for more dangerous. I don't know if it's more or less dangerous, but the point is, you really can't trust anyone on the internet. You don't trust, hopefully me or anyone else. Take time to do your due diligence and be patient and really look at what is possible for this project or this space. I mean, sometimes aside from whatever you're thinking about buying right now, the NFT space is kind of fun. There are games, like I just made a video about the GALA games and their NFT space. There's other games that are including NFTs that are fun. There's other NFTs that are classic NFTs and artists that are making NFTs that are great artists that you should support. But the overall articles I see where it says millions of dollars are made in this NFT, and then I go and I see that this project investor, or this guy scammed 2.7 million, literally 2.7 million rug pulled out of this NFT project, all because people gave sole access of the wallet, obviously, to just one person. So that's a community that's not very decentralized. You know what I mean? The reality is that what else would they expect? If it was just one person that made it, then one person probably is going to take all the money. And so that seems pretty obvious. So, you know, if something feels off, probably is off about this whole thing, the whole NFT space. Some people have made great art and obviously made plenty of money, but I see projects all the time. They're like brand new projects that they're trying to build hype and they're trying to get people involved. And they're like, you can mint it for just a couple $100. It's going to be worth a whole bunch. And usually the money is made in that first bundle of people buying the couple $100 NFTs, and then they never really go up in value. Maybe randomly some of them do. Maybe potentially somehow you get in early, they get hyped. I don't know. I'm just such a bear. I feel like I'm such a bear. I don't know how that always seems to be the way I feel about it, but millions spent in NFTs that have not paid out. That's what this video is about, pretty much. Millions have spent in NFTs that people thought were going to make them money when they could have just bought ADA or Ethereum or Bitcoin or, you know, whatever, Casper, Rari, Avalanche, Solana. So many good things, Tezos. You could just list so many good things to buy that have a utility, that have a function. And the projects, obviously buying art, like if Banksy starts dropping NFTs, I don't know, jump in on that. But like, yeah, sure, NFTs are going to be a big part of the metaverse. Like the metaverse is coming. People are buying NFTs because they want mainly this virtual real estate, or they want to hang virtual art in their virtual real estate. And so there is a potential to start spotting the benefits of the metaverse now. Like what stocks going to be in the metaverse? What stocks will build and rally from the metaverse? What coins are going to be used in the metaverse? The metaverse. And one of the things that's interesting about the metaverse that I heard recently is Axie Infinity, the coins that are attributed to the Axie Infinity game. They had a moment where they were talking at a conference about Facebook trying to control the term metaverse, and if they do get to control it, if they get the centralized control of that term and that in and out flow, then that's not really the metaverse. It's just Facebook's controlling another thing. So he said for the future of the internet that we need to really work to decentralize what could be the metaverse, basically not give sole control to one corporation, which I think is really important. And that's why I also think it's really important to think about the future of this space primarily is built on something. So what are these NFTs built on? You always want to look like this girl made $400 million in NFTs. What did she build them on? Did she build it on Solana? Did she build it on Tezos? Did she build it on Cardano? Did she build it on Ethereum? Did she build, there's a lot of questions about where it was built, and then that's the utility. If there's obviously a bunch of people thinking that they're going to get rich building NFTs on a certain blockchain, then that's where the real utility and value is. It's kind of like that old saying in California in the gold rush. They said the people who got rich were the people selling shovels, not the people going to look for gold. Sometimes you got rich looking for gold, but sometimes you didn't. Sometimes you just got robbed or dead in the stream. I don't know. People who got rich were the people selling shovels to everyone thinking they were going to get rich. So that's the point, is like think about what's happening right now with the space, with the trajectory. What's really happening is it looks like a lot of people are building on new efficient proof of stake currencies. So like Solana, Tezos, Avalanche, Cardano, ADA, Ethereum, is moving to proof of stake. These are big projects that are going to be relied on for their second layer applications. We talk about this a lot in our older streams, thinking about the application layer versus the protocol layer. And even Bitcoin soon is going to probably have a better, more robust application layer that'll be more efficient. So thinking about, instead of spending $10,000 on an NFT, maybe you spend $10,000 on diversified into some different coins. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you where to put your money, but there obviously is a lot of people getting scammed in the NFT space because they expect there to be a huge payout. And if you look at like how much money is spent on NFTs, $2.5 billion this year in NFTs. And that's crazy. That's really crazy to think about. It's a big influx. I don't know if that's one of those things that's going to keep going up, is what I'm saying, long term. Like if you think about the volume over time of these NFT sales, the peak, what does that look like? Where's it going? Can you keep buying these and expect them to keep going up, or do you probably want to buy the coins underneath them? Maybe a healthy dose of both would be important to think about. If you look, like there's people spending absurd amounts of money on NFTs, so it's not necessarily it's not insane to rule out the possibility of you making money buying and selling these as a trade or as a market, or you getting in early and selling them and making money. It could happen, but there's also potential for you to get sucked into some hype, overpay for some digital, what's that girl's name? Yoko Ono. Basically, you're just going to pay for some digital Yoko Onos. And all you're going to do then is break up the Beatles. So is that what you want? Did you want to break up the Beatles? I don't know. I don't know. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed my content, if you want me to make a video on how to make NFTs, if you don't know how, I can show you. Click the like button, click subscribe, give me a comment, say make NFTs. Tell me how your day was. Hope you guys are feeling good. Cheers. Drink water. Be safe. Bye.